So you worked with both Senna and Schumacher very early on in their careers. Where were they similar? Where were they different?
Well, we spoke earlier about the vast difference in what's required of drivers through the ages. And it's quite interesting. If you take three champions I worked with in Senna, Schumacher, Alonso, the interesting thing is there's a decade between each one that I worked with. Decade's a long time. In motorsport, it's forever. It's centuries. You know, the sport changes so fast that a decade, it just changes the whole scenery of what you need from the team, from the driver, etc. When you try and compare the drivers, you're really looking at a very different sort of sport almost. But the one thing you see in all the good drivers that I've worked with is this incredible self-esteem. They are people who believe they're the best in the world, and they go out there and they prove they're the best in the world. And they do things with the car that I'd say a normal human being just couldn't do. But they believe they can do it, and therefore they do it.
Right, Symonds Grand Prix. You got to choose two of Senna, Schumacher, or Alonso. Who's in?
Schumacher, no doubt about that. Then, I think Alonso, because Senna probably really, really high on natural ability. How would he adapt to modern Formula One? Really don't know. So I'd probably go on the safer choice.
And is there any driver of the last 40 years who you didn't work with, who you would have loved to have worked with?
Yeah, Lewis. I have so much respect for the guy, and he's everything that I believe a driver shouldn't be, and yet he wins. I always used to say to my drivers, you've got to concentrate on what you're doing. You've only got one job. Do it properly. Don't get sidetracked with anything else. And I would get pretty annoyed if they did. Lewis, he has multiple lives, and yet he's still absolutely fantastic. I would love to work with him. I'd love to understand how he works and what it is that makes him so great. And yeah, really miss that one.
Well,